Hello. Thank you so much for dropping by this video. This is going to be a guided meditation. I'm laughing because my closet door was wide open when I started. It just looked awful, so I was scrambling to close it before the transmission began. Hi. Thank you so much to people joining in live. A warm welcome to anyone who's new to this channel. And hi, Magdalena. So here we are at the making of this video in my neck of the woods. It's 9 a.m. in the morning on Saturday. First and foremost, I'm going to take a moment. I invite all of us to recognize the fact that we have one more day of life. We're still alive. Now, we kind of take life for granted. At least I do. It's a habit I'm learning to break. But here we are. Let's take a breath together. We're alive. We're in a body. Now, many, many different spiritual teachings point out that actually we aren't a body. We have a body. That what we are is an eternal, infinite soul. And that if we're still breathing, if we're still watching a YouTube video, we're alive. And that means we have one more day of life. And that this life, while yes, it certainly is very challenging sometimes, is an absolutely precious, dare I say, sacred opportunity, gift, really. And that's not to negate or say that there's not a lot of challenges that come with having a body. But from a spiritual point of view, there are many, many blessings. So how to take advantage of those blessings, how to make the best use of our time, because these bodies aren't going to last forever. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Our soul, our spirit, is eternal. And however, this body is not. So how to make the best use of our time? Well, first and foremost, there needs to be a recognition that to do anything, even to have one single thought, something's needed. And that thing is energy. You can call it different things. Energy, the life force. In China, they call it qi or qi, depending how you pronounce it. But to even have a single thought, much less take a single breath, requires this vital aliveness, this life energy. So, in order to make good use of our time, it's very important that we be filled up with this vital aliveness. And we all sort of recognize this to some extent, but generally it's something we kind of take for granted. Like doesn't it feel good to be full of energy, full of life? But the question is how to be full of energy, how to be full of life. And in the 21st century, you'll hear all sorts of answers. Diet and exercise and sleep and take this herb, or there's many, many answers. And many of those things are actually really helpful. And of course, the more natural, the more in harmony with nature, the better. And what if there's a very simple, direct way to fill ourselves up with this vital life force? Well, I'm happy to say there is. And it's not something I discovered. This is wisdom of the ages. You'll find this idea cross history, cross culture, cross tradition. That not only there is an energy, but that we can directly take it in. And what I'm going to share is the simplest method I know for doing that. So please sit with your legs uncrossed, feet flat on the floor, hands on your legs, palms facing upwards. Back in a relaxed upright position, if possible, not leaning against your chair. And then please close your eyes. Now, before we take in this good energy, we need to empty ourselves out a little bit. So please, to your understanding of God or higher power, or if you have a spiritual teacher, helper, friend that you trust, really handing over all your burdens, worries, problems, really giving them away to this spiritual helper, teacher, or to your understanding of God. So let's take a minute now and empty ourselves out of all our problems, giving them all away. Really emptying out your heart, giving away all burdens and problems. And now, having done that, ask your spiritual guide. If you don't have one, I highly recommend Bruno Groening as one. That's who this channel is dedicated to. I've also found Christ to be a fierce helper, and there are many, many powerful beings, pure, powerful beings available to help. Ask them to please help us to take in, to receive this divine life energy and observe your body having the will, the intention to take this energy in. If any negative thoughts arise, hand them over to your spirit guide. Just keep coming back to observing the body. Noticing what you're feeling. as if you're like a satellite dish, opening and receiving a signal, receiving a transmission, receiving an energy. Just keep coming back, noticing what you feel, intending to take in, absorb this divine life energy. The mind wanders off, just bring it back to observing the body. Now let's ask for anyone in our lives that we care about, anyone we think needs a little help, that this energy bless them. Let's ask for any situations, any projects or tasks we're working on. It can be simple as asking this energy to help. We're going to go shopping today. When I wake up in the morning, I look at what's on my calendar. Well, not immediately, but I meditate some, and then I ask this energy for help. Actually, I ask my spiritual helper to help with. I look at my calendar. Okay, like, please help with the meditation today. Please help with this appointment. Please help with my meeting here. Like, I just ask this energy. I ask my spiritual helper to help with everything. Let's ask for any bigger projects or tasks that we're working on. And please ask for this channel. Please ask for all the people, individuals, organizations sharing the work of Bruno Groening. Let's ask for Mother Earth and every living thing on it. And let's ask for faith and trust. And to recognize if what I'm about to say is true. Please don't take my word for it. ask to be shown, is it true? Will the good prevail on this planet and in each person's life? Ultimately, in all of creation, but let's just start with our lives and everyone else's life and this planet. And if we believe this, please, please, for deeper, deeper belief and trust, and let's ask for ourselves first for grace, mercy, forgiveness, pardon. And those words can mean many different things to different people. To me, they very simply mean that I've done harm in the past, and I've done negative actions in the past, and as a result of that, I'm either experiencing negative things now or I will in the future. Said very simply, in the East, they call it karma. In the West, we call it reaping what you sow. So let's ask for pardon for everything we've done that's not good. Really regret of it. Really have the wish to not do such things again. This isn't about condemning us. It's about condemning the actions we've done that were not right, not harmonious. And this includes thinking. This includes judging others, resentment, fear. Thanks for ever loving everything. It's feeling so strong to me as well today. So I'd like to close with a prayer that I try and say every day that I found very powerful. It's based on the 12 steps. I've kind of adapted it. Let's see how this resonates for you. Feedback welcome. Beloved source, you can use your own word for God. Beloved creator, maker, the supreme. My dear friends and helpers, Bruno, Groening, Jesus Christ. You can call on your own helpers. While this channel is focused on Bruno, Groening, and Jesus, people of all beliefs and no belief are welcome here. Please help me to recognize my need for divine help. Please help me to stay humble before God. Please help me to recognize the truth that all things are possible through God, especially through the helping hand of my spiritual helper. Please help me to deepen that faith and trust. Please help me to deepen my devotion, surrender to uh, my desire to be in alignment, to be guided by the divine, by the supreme. Let me dedicate my life to that. And if I have dedicated, which I have, but to anyone who's new, or to deepen my dedication to that, please, please, God, please, Christ, please, Bruno, help me to become aware of everything that blocks me off from you, my spiritual helpers, and from the Supreme. Every habit, every belief. Please help me to be honest with myself about such things. And if it feels right, to be honest with another person about my faults. Please help me to be willing to release and let go of everything that doesn't serve, everything that blocks me from God, from life itself. Right here, right now, I ask that everything that interferes with that connection, with me being in service, be released. Please, God, please, Bruno, please, Christ, take it away. Please help me to become willing to make amends to all those I've harmed. And please guide me in the most loving, skillful way to do so. As I go throughout the day, please help me to be mindful of when I'm disconnected from God and the things that do, specifically resentment, fear, being dishonest, being self centered, trying to play God, trying to be in charge of life. Help me to be aware of them and ask for help immediately that those things be removed. As I go through the day, please help me to be humble enough to seek God's will, to seek guidance in every situation, in everything. And please help me to live these spiritual principles in every aspect of my life, to deepen this spiritual awakeness, to seek to draw closer to you, my spiritual helper, to the Supreme, my Maker, and to be of service to others. Let's sit for a moment and really it's a great way to start the day. It's a great way to live. Thank you, Magdalena, for saying hello. Thank you for ever loving everything, for saying hi, but also for sharing your experience. People are always, I love when people share what they're feeling during these gatherings. Aw, oh my gosh, and thank you. Oh, your tears moved me to tears. Thank you, Angel. All right, dear ones, for some of us, the day is beginning. For some of us, the day is wrapping down. But regardless, mm, you're welcome, Anisha. Regardless, let's joyfully, with the help of this, with the help of limitless God and the help of our spiritual helper. As I said, for me, that's Jesus and Bruno. Let's really rely on them. And let's go have a great day. Thanks so much for joining in. Take care. Much love.